I definitely wasn't planning on recording anything tonight, but found myself with my cards. So I'm doing a Celtic cross here. And as soon as I got to the second card, I realized I need to press record. Love has been a theme lately, and I'm seeing it here in the cards. I've got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups together. I've actually never ever had these cards come out like this. And the first thing the King of Cups was telling me, he's tuning into his sound bowl, using his finger gradually. Although he's got lots of water around him, he sits on what looks like solid ground. And he's got this crown made of water above his head. His eyes are closed, and there's a boat behind him. Because his eyes are closed, I know that he knows this boat is coming. What he is actually doing is he is preparing. He's trusting timing so that he knows when to leave. And then I've got the Queen of Cups. She is half immersed in the water. She's also got a crown of water above her head. But do you see her hands spread upwards in faith and trust, feeling and attracting inward, using her intuition and, of course, her cup of love. However, she's not working with her cup. It's in front of her, but she's not, it's in the water. There's a lot of trust that she's applying here. And she's immersed in feeling, and you can see her, the energy that she's working with her hands, everything is in flow. But her position here is that she's crossing the King of Cups. And so what I'm seeing here, especially with this card, the Eight of Cups, and now it's just cups. The Eight of Cups has got this sound bowl as well. She's walking away from the sound bowl. Inside the sound bowl is something burning. She's walking away from something. And so what I'm seeing here is a major transition taking place. And you'll see she's walking towards the sun. It's setting, but she's walking towards it. And for me, seeing this sun setting is almost like, is it actually a sun setting? Well, it is. That's how it occurred to me. It is the sun going down. Some kind of twilight. There's something that she used to love that she's allowing to burn because it no longer serves her. And she's walking towards the sun. And she has a reflection behind her. She has a reflection. And so what this is with the Queen and King of Cups here, there is a meeting of masculine and feminine taking place. And I'm going to allow this to resonate as it lands, whether this is in terms of one's inner masculine and feminine or to individuals. But the main thing I want you to hear here is that something is about to shift in divine timing. And the challenge is trust. The challenge is not trying to control things. The challenge is surrendering to the timing. Again, the masculine is on solid ground. And I want to say, he's got his finger on the pulse. He's tapped in right now. He's tapped in on timing. He's tapped in on what needs to happen. And there's a struggling feminine who needs to not get in her own way. And to trust what she has always known to work. In terms of where you're headed, I've got the Queen of Pentacles. She's holding this large pentacle. Her eyes are closed too. So actually so far no one's eyes are open, and this speaks to me very much about intuition. She's rested She's comfortable. She seems to have put in enough work. She seems to have put in enough work. She can lay back and reap the benefits of all the work she's put in. She knows her value. And not just that, this is an idea around personal value, and also value around work she's put in, either into herself or into a project. And very much her sense of worth feels restored here. She feels safe. Something else I'm seeing from the first 3 cards is all this blue. All this blue, and especially with the red clothes they're wearing, makes me feel like there is a sense of stability that has been sitting in the dream space and being hoped for within the dream space for an extended period. And just as I look at the bottom of the deck, just as I paused, I've got the Lover's card here. This specific card deck is called the Light Seer's Tarot deck, and I have always found this Lover's card really dreamy. And besides signifying choices, the lovers, this one is like a meeting that happens in divine timing. And again, it's got this dreaminess and this long hoped for feeling. It does feel like a dream coming true. It's also a very passionate card. And again, you should take this as it resonates. But as far as this feeling of passion and this feeling of something long awaited for, like someone's ideal state, this passion applies, this love applies. And when I look at the contrast of all of this blue headed to this green that surrounds the Queen of Pentacles, she's arrived into a state that she feels held in, and it feels like her natural state. It feels like she's able to return to her own true nature. Her understanding of herself feels validated. Her understanding of herself feels true. I have thunder in the background, and as I got that thunder, I saw the world. And I was already shuffling, and right behind the world is the Lover's card again. I had put it back into the deck. This is definitely a new beginning, a feeling of a new beginning and things coming together. And something about this thunder is taking me to, that electricity, that fire, and that reaction. And it brings rain with it. It brings relief with it. It brings nourishment. Momentarily, I paused the clock to shuffle, and I saw on the timer 10, 4, 3, 3, 4. The 10 speaks to me of that completion, and this is looking deep into the numbers, but if you look at those threes, those 2 sets of the 3s and 4s, they're like mirror images, and the 3s signifying stability, each 3 belonging to each aspect, the masculine and the feminine, and the 4 representing a meditative state, so like a long drawn out seeking of stability. And this completion is around this long drawn out state coming together, each individual or each aspect in finding its stability in divine timing, because both of those numbers also are 7 and 7, are bringing a completion into place in divine timing. As far as this process taking place within one person as 2 aspects, that tells me that a lot has been going on with this person, with this individual, if it's you, at the same time. That's healing masculine aspects of yourself. That's healing feminine aspects within yourself. Areas where these have been wounded and it's coming together at the same time. As far as it refers to separate individuals, they've been dealing with very different things. From a masculine aspect, a waiting for perfect circumstances, and from a feminine aspect, a healing of a trust within oneself, one's value. I also feel this matter of value as overlapping between the two. It feels somewhat like a chicken and egg situation. And look at that 1, 3, 4, and 0. These numbers just feel so visual tonight. Look at that 3 and that 4 wrapped up within the 10 with the 1 and the 0, as if they've come together, overlapping at the same time in completion. I see here that there are a lot of things for both that have been needing to be worked out, figured out, a lot of questions, and I also see a lot of things have been held back, put on hold. A lot of ways of living and celebrating oneself and one's life have been on hold. Oh my goodness, this song, the whole day I've listened to one song because it was playing in my head and playing in my head. But to be honest, it's been playing in my head and I've been singing it all week. Show Me Heaven by Maria McKee. Oh, show me heaven, cover me, leave me breathless. Oh, show me heaven, please. And I looked it up now. Released in 1990 from the album Days of Thunder. I'm gonna link this song to the end of this video so you can click through and listen to it right away. And I can't shake this this feeling of temperance. You know, the temperance card hasn't come up, but this and I've got the justice card under here. The temperance card is because, you know, again with the king and the queen of cups and their eyes closed, there's this sense of needing to stay calm and a sense of balance that's being nurtured and also trying to be created at the same time. What's happening underneath here, and this is on a subconscious level, but also on a this card placed right here, the 7 of Pentacles, is the planting of valuable seeds, and the way his hand is pointed with all this energy flowing from the roots into his hand, from his hand into the roots, very much has manifestation written all over it. And his eyes are also closed. You know that, so that means so far we have no people here with their eyes open. I just want to check the world card. Her eyes are open. Everyone else's eyes on all of these cards are closed. So this whole matter has been happening on a very underwater dream level. And I have 1717 on the clock. I also have this energy of taking my time through this reading. I feel no need to just get through it. I'm pausing at the clock as I need to. I'm taking in the cards in stages and in silence as I need to. And the sense that gives me is that that's how this journey has been taken. That literally happened as I pressed play again. In the advice card, I've got the Knight of Swords. You know, he's got his bow on his back, and so he can try different ways to catch his target, but the advice here is to take this opportunity. And it's as if it's while there's still, what's this word I'm looking for? If you look at his shoe, it's like he's naturally propelled right now. And this bird, I don't know if it's a crow or what that's flying overhead, but it's as if everything is being cleared in this timing. And to me, when I speak about timing here, it's not so much a now thing. This is only for someone who feels like this reading is for them. This is more around while all these things have lifted, to take the opportunity. This is an opportune time. I'm not denying I'm frightened as much as you, though I'm barely touching you. I've shivers down my spine, and it feels divine. In the card of surrounding factors, I've got the Four of Pentacles. We have another person with their eyes closed here. I'm starting to wonder whether anyone in this deck has their eyes open. And, you know, she's got her purse so closely clutched. This has been a secret. This is something nobody has spoken about. And as I started shuffling again, a whole lot of cards fell out of my hand. And the first card that I saw is the Eight of Pentacles. And again, this card very much feels like plans being made internally alone. Look, she's holding a candle, and you can see she's got books with her. She's got, you know, I think it's like all this stuff that she she does her spell work with, I suppose, because she's and all her planning that she's doing late at night. This is a very dreamy card as well. And I heard the words, shut your eyes. And when I tapped into the feeling about what that means, I got that if you shut your eyes and you just be still, there will be communication. There will be some form of a peace revealed around the truth of what is going on here, and just what you need to feel to know. And besides that, all these cards falling out of my hands is as if, as much as this matter has been kept very close to the chest, there's a loss of control here over holding back this information, holding back this feeling and this situation. And I don't know whether there is such a thing as peaceful excitement, but this is the feeling that I have in my stomach. I've got that feeling of excitement, you know, nerves, but the kind that you want to move towards, and a peace. It's peaceful. All of the air around me right now is very peaceful. And look at this Four of Swords card. She's also got her eyes closed. And she's got a heart here with this long red thread that's trying to, you know, the Four of Swords is around not fighting something anymore, and just a pause and a taking in of the facts and the truth. And she's been using a thread that comes from this heart to keep things in place, but it's just a thread. this thread's not really holding these pieces of her nest together. She's hiding in a nest, so it's like cocooning while one takes time to accept the truth. Wanting to accept the truth, fearing the truth all at once. And as I was shuffling, this is the outcome card. As I was shuffling, I had this feeling of like a cliffhanger. I had this feeling of like completion, like what is this outcome, like this suspense. And I don't have suspense when it comes to tarot cards. I don't have suspense. And I have I have really been trying to read this as if it's not a love reading. I'm going to admit it now. But I have, and again, it could be both. It's just the song and everything I've been saying throughout this reading. In the outcome, I have the 8 of Wands and the Emperor. This is powerful communication. It's clear communication. It is everything. Oh gosh. If there was any wonder whether I'm a romantic or not, that is gone. And I just thought it would be good housekeeping just to ask for some information on, a description on this, if this is another person or if it's you. And these 3 cards, the Fool, 3 of Swords, and the High Priestess, quite simply tell me that this is someone new, something new, or someone new that has been healing, and this person is psychic, or you can just say deeply intuitive. That is it. I have been steering away from all readings that have got to do with love on YouTube for what feels like it's like I'm running from them completely. And the reason is because I do believe when you're manifesting something, anything, I feel like there's this this culture of constantly reminding you of this thing, and I feel like it takes away from where one's focus should be, which is with yourself. It used to put me in this chase mode, this suspense and this feeling. But look, I landed on this reading. Sending you love.